I'm Chantal. I'm involved with the Cleeve Common Trust. I'm the official beef lady, so I'm responsible for buying the cattle when they're young, how they're going to be managed over their lifetime, and then deciding when it's time for them to go for beef. And then I organise all the sales and the distribution. Cleeve Common is a huge hill in the Cotswolds. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a typical Cotswold open landscape. So we have Belted Galloways here. They are brilliant because they're hardy, so they can be out all year with minimal intervention. They're very self-sufficient, so they're about as wild as any herd could be. The cattle are the most important management tool we have up here. So the way that they graze, they keep all of the grassland down, which means that we get lots of different species of grass. It's full of flowers, and that in turn supports all of the insects and the pollinators and further up the food chain as well. Being pasture fed for life certified means we're not allowed to supplement the feed with grain. It just ensures that it's a very natural approach. It suits the native breeds like the Belted Galloways, and especially when they graze on this sort of conservation land. So it's very natural, both in terms of what the animals eat and then obviously for what we eat. We wouldn't want to sell anything that had hormones or chemicals in it. And we know now that pasture-fed for life meat, animals that have been raised purely on grass, we know that that's healthier for us because it has much higher amounts of omegas in it, which we know has a lot of benefits for our health and could even help towards fighting cancer. The flavour of the meat is very deep, it's very delicious, and because they've had that long time to mature, we then hang the animals for longer than most commercial meaters. So we hang ours for at least 28 days, so all the muscles relax, and the end product is just really delicious. It's always really, really tender because of how it's been hung, and whenever any of our friends or family have it, they always say it's fantastic beef and the best that they've had. So the marbling in the meat is fantastic for when you're cooking it, and especially with a steak, you can literally see all of the fat through the meat just melting away. For me, when I eat meat, I want to ensure that the meat that I eat is really healthy and that the animals during their lifetime had a happy, healthy life, and that they also contributed something to conservation and to the health of our environment. Whilst people are encouraged to eat less meat, we think that eating the right meat is a very sustainable approach, and it's healthy for us as well as helping the environment. When we have meat in our household, it is considered a real treat. It's not something that we eat every day or 3 times a day like a lot of families do, but I know that all of the meat that we eat comes from a system like this or similar, where animals have had very low intervention and been grazed very extensively and been used for conservation. So I think eating that sort of meat is good for us and good for our soul as well, because it tells us that the meat has lived a worthy life.